Yo, what up? It's Read Your Mind from UrbanRcLA, and we're about to get started on fitment with the Knight Custom SR5 upgrades and the Proline SR5 body. So let's get to it. I've been so excited to get these Knight Custom upgrades for the SR5 body on the Proline. It's been so hard for me to just like not dive in right away, but now is the chance. I get to do that. I get to play around with fitment, see what's gonna look good, what's not gonna look good, and then ultimately make a decision about how I'm gonna mount everything. I've got to drill my holes, I've got to cut off the front of the SR5 body, I've got to do a bunch of different things to make sure that this fit comes together correctly, including installing the lights and much more. So we're gonna get to it. By the way, if you'd like to find more information about how to fit these Knight Custom upgrades to your SR5 body, there's a forum online you can go to where James does the whole build series, which includes some of the inner fender and wheel wells and the engine casing down there and a bunch of other things. I'll put the link in the description. But in the meantime, you know, enough talking, I'm just gonna get wrenching. See, now that's gonna look pretty cool. Even with the double wide, it's gonna look really awesome. I can't wait to get it mounted. Now, I probably should have waited to paint the body until I had already drilled the holes, but what can you do, right? What can you do? So I'm gonna go ahead and get those set up and ready to go. Plus, I'm gonna check out what the other pieces look like on the bumpers. So, back at it. Well, I get now why there's no instructions with it, because it bolts exactly on. I didn't even remove the headlight pieces because I'm just doing fitness, but wow, it fits perfectly. Look at that, it fits perfectly. Wow, all right, that was super easy. Let's see if the back is gonna be as easy. Now I gotta say, it would have been nice to include the scrub screws or the post screws or whatever you call it in the package from Knight Customs, because the only slowdown I'm having right now is that I have to go look for those screws. So heads up on that, you need a couple of those for the Axial Scx10. Okay, so I've decided to go with these for my scrub screws or whatever you want to call them. I think they'll go in a little bit better. They fit perfectly in the Knight's custom holes there. So hopefully that'll give it a nice snug fit. But first I'm going to get this body on here to see where exactly I would like to do that. Okay, so we're about right there. Already that's looking way cooler. Let's get that on there. There we go. I'm just going to test that one more time. Make sure. Yeah, it gets to stick out a little bit. Definitely cooler. Now, as I'm looking at it here, I'm thinking that maybe I am going to go black on the back here just to give it a singular bumper look rather than a dual bumper look. And you can see just how perfectly that fits directly onto the body I'd already previously mounted. I didn't even have to change the distance, so I lucked out on that. But yeah, let's get these finished up and let's get this roll bar in there. Perfect. Now that actually feels really sturdy on there. It feels really good. I think it's going to be able to handle it. It might need a little more flex when I get to the Axialfest, but listen, I'm going to do all the trails. I'm not going to be soft on it at all. I'm going to hit it hard. So hopefully these will be able to stand up to the tests. So I don't know, I'm taking bets now. How many of you think that the Knight Custom bumper is going to make it through Axialfest? Okay? Comment if you think it'll break or if you think it won't break. I don't think it will. But anyways, let's check it out, see how it looks. Now already it's starting to look really, really cool. So check it out. This is basically, if you could only afford the bumper and the rear bumper, this is what you'd be looking at. And I don't think that looks bad at all. That looks awesome. That's a real scale looking bumper. I really like that. So if you're just gonna get a couple of upgrades, definitely consider the front and rear bumper, because even that alone makes the truck look super sick. Okay, those look like they're gonna fit just perfect. Boom. So now, how am I gonna do these two? I think just one will do it on those ones. I think those are gonna work. I might have just lucked out and got it on my first try. So you can see no fancy measuring or anything, just a little, you know, 1/4 of an inch down from the corner of the first rivet on both sides, and then you've got these two, which I just lined up manually by hand. So let's see how easy that is. Okay, so you can see I went with some wood screws. These are just your standard like silver wood screws. I had a few laying around. They look like this. That seems to really work on those, the wood screws. So there you go. Hope that was helpful. Now it's starting to come together a little bit. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, looks pretty good. Well, obviously there's a lot more to do. I got to get the headlamps mounted and figure out how I'm going to do this front grille, but we're going to tackle that on the next video. So again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys following me along for this build. Thanks again to Knight Customs for hooking me up with these parts. If you haven't checked out Knight Customs on Facebook, do it definitely. That's how I got my parts. I hit up James and I was like, I need some parts, and he told me where they were going to be out, where to get them, everything. So big ups to James for that. Follow them on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Check out their products. They're absolutely awesome for just about every type of rig you're building. And also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, please do. I really appreciate it. Anyways, I'm Read Your Mind and I'm out. I'll see you next time.